What is up, gamers? Today, I am reviewing Ribi, a sweetie platformer released in 2016 for Windows PC, also available for PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and Nintendo Switch. Ribi often gets compared to Bunny Must Die for extremely superficial reasons, pretty much only because both games happen to be sweetie platformers where you control bunny girls, where Ribi totally skullfucks Bunny Must Die with a chainsaw in just about every category. No, please stop! So that's unfair if you ask me. I initially bought this game because it was on sale and went into Ribi ready to write it off as generic, soulless, animalistic weeb trash that I would refund after 20 minutes. But I was 100% wrong, and Ribi kicks major ass. This game is better than Mega Man X while having sex, and I'm gonna explain why. One day a cunny rabbit named Irina wakes up as a human in a mysterious and unknown place. Along the way, she meets a fairy named Ribbon, who becomes Irina's sidekick. This dynamic duo is where the foundation of the gameplay is built upon. Irina fights up close with a hammer and bombs, while Ribbon uses magic projectiles that can charge up for major damage. The objective of the game is to explore Rabi Island in order to seek out and recruit magic users to help solve a mystery. But these sorceress sweeties won't join without a fight, and you best not enter battle unprepared. If you are playing on the higher difficulties, you need to search every stage with a fine-tooth comb for every stat booster, or you won't be able to survive the bosses. There are tons of power-ups and secret items to collect throughout Rabi Island, and after the intro stages, you are able to do stuff in whatever order you want. The exploration is easily top-notch. It felt so exhilarating to just forge my own path and explore as much of the world as I possibly could. Whenever I unlocked a new traversal ability, I was regularly entering stages and defeating bosses way earlier than I had any business doing. And these bosses do not mess around. They are intense and frantic, bullet hell nightmares, easily the highlight of the game. These feel like something you would fight as the final boss in a regular game, but in Ribi, it's just another day at the office. You're simultaneously dodging billions of projectiles smaller than my dick. Thankfully, Rita's hitbox is tighter than my little sister's Cheerio-sized butthole, which balances out quite nicely, I would say. The bottom line is, if you aren't able to perfectly dodge every attack pattern, then get used to the game over screen, because you'll need to try and try again until you perfectly memorize dodging everything to finally achieve that satisfying victory. But the cherry on top is a cute and funny little CG image once you win. To make life easier, you are able to buy recovery items, stat upgrades, and other power-ups from the store of Rabi Town. Every power-up acquired comes with a trade-off that the stronger you make Irina, the stronger the bosses become. But you could also just be a pussy and use healing items during battles, which I never did because I'm an honorable Aryan gamer. Another way you can gain an edge on the competition is to equip the badges that you find along your adventure. These can give you all kinds of helpful effects, like increased hit invincibility or status immunities, and are worth investing in. The thing I love the most about the badge mechanic is the interface for it. The menu is so charming and adorable. Seeing Irina and Ribbon playing tag on the badge screen always puts a smile on my cornstarch-stained face. The art style is overly cutesy, which I enjoy. The character sprites are bright, lively, and full of small details and quirks in their animations. While the CG art is admittedly a bit more on the generic side, it did help cure my erectile dysfunction, so it gets 2 big thumbs up. Lastly, I think the soundtrack is excellent. Big props to techno artist 3R2 for all the sick and hype boss battle music. Easily the best track of all is Sudden Death, which is a real headbanger and earworm. I would absolutely duel people in the club to that one. Overall, Ribi is a whole lot more than meets the eye, and I would strongly recommend it to anyone who loves 2D adventure games. In addition to a robust 30-hour runtime, there are plenty of difficulty options, alternate game modes like boss rush and speedrun mode, tons of DLC campaigns as alternate characters, a boatload of workshop content, and some horrendously brutal post-game challenges. So now has never been a better time to hop right in. Stop forcing Yuri on our girls.